You guys voted, you guys waited. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing you guys the top 10 most requested characters for Mortal Kombat 12 based on my community poll. I want to give a big thanks to everybody who participated and shared the poll around. We had over 2,000 votes. And to show my thanks, I wanted to make this video a little bit special. So I brought on good friend of the channel, Cyborg from the Nethercast, to help me make this video.
Hey everybody, my name is Cyborg and I am with the Mortal Kombat YouTube channel, the Nethercast. We've been around for over 8 years making Mortal Kombat content such as videos and podcasts with some of the most knowledgeable community members out there. Brusk and I are collaborating here because we've been longtime friends, but also because we're passionate about the characters that make it onto the roster. And this is essentially a two-part video. Part 1 is on my channel, the Nethercast, so if you haven't checked that out yet, you're definitely going to want to do that because it has numbers 20 through 11 on this top 20 countdown, as well as the top 5 guest characters. So quickly go check that out because we cover a lot of fan favorites and you don't want to get spoiled.
That's right, guys. So if you guys want to see who placed from 20 to 11, the characters that just missed the top 10, go to the Nethercast and watch their video from there. And make sure you leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more Mortal Kombat content from me. With that being said, let's get on with the list.
I know what you're thinking. No, Marv from Home Alone is not number 10. Kicking off this list at number 10 is Nitara. And while it undoubtedly would have been easier to go with her primary outfit rather than her alts, I didn't think you were ready to see me in a bra, so you got this. You're welcome. Nitara feels like one of the 3D era characters with the most untapped potential design-wise that we have yet to see return. I'd love to see her back. And her front, if I'm being honest. Respectively, of course.
Huh. Honest to God, I thought you were talking about Quan Chi, because it reminds me of when I did the same thing. At number 9, we have Onaga. His time is definitely now. He's the only boss character that NetherRealm has yet to do, and it kind of seems like they're avoiding him at all costs. It seems like they don't want to do him, but at a certain point, you have to ask yourself, who else are you going to have as your main boss? Who else do you have left? That is Onaga. We haven't really had a dragon type character in a Mortal Kombat game, at least in the modern era, and if you're gonna do one, Onaga is the one to call.
Hold on a second. Call Onaga? Come on, just give me one more. Do I hear Lee May in the background? Number 8 is the original hidden character of Mortal Kombat, and I think because of that, he holds a special place in all of our hearts. It would be very odd for Reptile to miss 2 games in a row, because that's just never happened before since his debut. Speaking of debuts, I have been here the entire time. Now, if Mortal Kombat 12 does have Reptile, I want him as green as possible. I really loved his attire in Mortal Kombat 4, the alternate, where it was his green lizard skin, but his classic UMK3 attire, that green with the black accent. I think that is the premier Reptile. I want him as green as physically possible with some black to make that green really pop.
I kind of like that Reptile disappearing bit. I thought that was funny. It reminds me of when my dad went out to get some milk one day. At number 7, we have Scorpion. I really am not sure if he's going to make it this time. I wonder if this time he actually will make it. Huh. Now, I know a lot of people here are rolling their eyes. A lot of people have told me, hey, don't include Scorpion and Sub-Zero because they're going to be in already. And I get that. I understand it. However, the poll was asking people who do they want the most. And some people are very simplistic. Maybe they just want Scorpion and Sub-Zero and that's it. So I'm going to give them that option.
Yeah, I don't have anything to add on Scorpion, but I know somebody who might. And that's your father, Brusk. Ed Boon. I think it's time to make amends. Number 6 is Sub-Zero. What is there even left to say about Sub-Zero? He's a super cool character, insanely popular, and he's in my personal top 5, and he will undoubtedly be in Mortal Kombat 12. It's kind of crazy that him and Scorpion both got in the top 10 of this top 20 countdown, not because it's hard to believe, but rather because Liu Kang and Raiden didn't even make it. I guess that speaks even more to just how huge their fan bases are and how essential they are to this franchise.
Ah, I see what you did there. Sub-Zero is an insanely cool character. Haha, bravo, I get it. Alright, now we're going to be getting into the top 5, and at number 5, we have Mileena. Now, I'm a big fan of the character, not a fan of her fan base, but I definitely think that if Katana is going to be in the game, Mileena has to be in the game. Like John Tobias said, Mileena and Katana go together like peanut butter and jelly. I would always welcome Mileena to be on a roster, but what would really get me to like Mileena on a roster is if she has her Deception outfit. Best Mileena outfit by far.
Mileena needs to know that she still has her fans. I love you, Mileena. Just know that, okay? And how fucking dare anyone make fun of Mileena fans after all they've been through. She sat out of Mortal Kombat vs. DC in almost Mortal Kombat 11. She was in the last pack of DLC. All you people care about is acting mature and treating people with respect. She's half forgotten. What you people don't realize is that Mileena's the one making all this money, and all you do is just say she could sit out one game. She hasn't been playable in like 2 years. All you people want is less. Leave Mileena fans alone, please. Leave her alone. You're lucky she even ball rolled for you bastard. Number 4 might be the biggest shocker of this entire top 20 list. And no, that's not a pun on who it is, rather I'm a bit surprised on the community having this much desire to see Takeda. Perhaps that's because he was left out of Mortal Kombat 11 and people thought he had a good amount of potential. Personally, and it's a little bit wild, I do kind of like the idea of him becoming the quasi-orange ninja of the franchise because Scorpion likes yellow and Kenshi usually uses red. With the unpredictability of Mortal Kombat 12's story direction, it's hard to say what his chances really are.
You know, in all seriousness here, I didn't even think about the orange ninja analogy. That sounds like a pretty nice idea. Alrighty y'all, since we're getting into the top 3, I think I want to make this a little bit special by introducing number 3, and that being Ermac. Ermac is one of the coolest ninjas in Mortal Kombat, but I didn't really like the way he was portrayed in Mortal Kombat X, so I hope when he returns, or if he returns in MK12, he's a lot more cooler than he actually was. Oh my god, my mouth. Holy shit. Oh yeah, and that's another thing. I hope he doesn't show his mouth like he did in MKX. It just looks so gross and it demystifies him, and it takes away from what makes Ermac cool. And I do remember he was one of the most requested characters from Mortal Kombat 11, so it looks like the momentum is continuing. If there's one look that I want him to have in MK12, it's his Deception costume. Best Ermac costume by far.
Did you just say he? I think he said he multiple times. It's they and them, and we and us don't appreciate that, so get it right. And you better just start liking old mouth mummy face Ermac, because we're here to stay. Number 2 is a highly requested character for Mortal Kombat 12, just as he was for Mortal Kombat 11 and Mortal Kombat X. Smoke. He's a very tragic character that has taken on many forms throughout the series. And while his fan base is a bit split on which one is their favorite, be it human, cyborg, or an Enra, one thing is for certain, and that's that they love Smoke and they just want to see him return. The poor guy has had a history of making an awesome appearance and then just disappearing for several games. He's absolutely high on my list, and it looks like he clearly is on yours as well.
You know, I can tell we're from different generations when you can't handle it, but I can. Before we get on to number 1, I also asked you guys in the same poll to let me know how many new characters you guys would like to see in Mortal Kombat 12. And the result that won was 3 to 4 new characters. Personally, I think we had enough new characters. I think having new characters in general is great to keep the game fresh and new, but for me, I would like to keep it at 1 to 2 because we got a lot of Mortal Kombat characters that we haven't seen in a long time, and I think some effort should be put into them before we create new ones.
The fewer new characters introduced, the better. Those are opportunities that should go to the 3D era characters that have yet to be introduced in the NRS games. Because if we keep introducing new characters to each roster, that's going to make it even more difficult for your favorite character to make it to the next game's roster.
And finally, at number 1, the most requested character for Mortal Kombat 12 is, drumroll please, I think you guys can probably guess who this is. It is Havoc, the Cleric of Chaos. Fujin was the most requested 3D era character in Mortal Kombat X, and now that we got him in MK11, the next in line of 3D era characters that you absolutely must do is Havoc. And judging by the results of this poll, I feel like a lot of people agree with what I have to say. Havoc is just such a unique character. He looks evil, he looks like a bad guy, but he really isn't. And he doesn't like dictators or tyrants. So if the Earthrealmers need Havoc's help to defeat the main boss, Havoc is gonna be right there with them. I cannot wait to see what NetherRealm would do if they were to tackle this character. I feel like they can do wonders, much like how they did wonders with Fujin and MK11.
No way. Are you kidding me? Chameleon got number 1? How is that? Oh, Havoc. Oh, I get it, because the lights are kind of chaotic. Oh, okay. That's cool. Havoc's great. Yeah, I mean, obviously, he's, top of many people's lists. But, I was a little concerned there for a second, because I thought you were throwing maybe a rave, with the vaping, which is dangerous. Pieces will start falling off like Havoc. I'm a little bit concerned about this behavior. I'm going to be talking to Mr. Boone about this.
And there it is, folks. Those are the top 10 most requested characters for Mortal Kombat 12.
Thanks for having me, Brus. This was a lot of fun. And if you guys enjoyed this content, make sure to let us both know that you want to see more of this in the future. We're going to be making a ton of content heading into Mortal Kombat 12. So if you'd like to see us collab again, definitely leave likes on the video, comment below that you want to see more of it, as well as subscribe to both of our channels. If you haven't already, go check out the other part of this video where we break down numbers 20 through 11. It was an absolute blast.
Well, Cyborg basically stole my outro, and I don't have anything left to say. All right, see y'all.